Hello, young man. I'm glad you're here to talk about something that's been weighing heavily on my mind, and probably on yours too. The struggle against perfectionism. You see, I've been there, done that, and got the bat-shaped t-shirt to prove it. As someone who's always striving to be the best version of himself, I've had to deal with the pressure of being perfect, of never making mistakes. But let me tell you, it's a weight that's not worth carrying. Growing up, I was always driven to be the best. I had to be the best student, the best athlete, the best son. And when I decided to become a crime fighter, I had to be the best at that too. But with that drive for perfection came a crippling fear of failure. I was terrified of making mistakes, of not meeting my own expectations, and that fear held me back for a long time. But as I navigated the complexities of being a hero, I realized that perfection is not only impossible, but it's also unhealthy. I mean, think about it. If I was perfect, I wouldn't be able to learn from my mistakes. I wouldn't be able to grow, to adapt, to become a better version of myself. And that's when it hit me. The pursuit of perfection is not about being the best. It's about being better than you were yesterday. Now I know what you're thinking. But how do I overcome this need for perfection? Well, my young friend, it's not easy. It takes time, effort, and patience. But the first step is to acknowledge that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not be perfect. In fact, it's more than okay. It's necessary. As I look back on my journey, I realize that my greatest successes came from my greatest failures. When I failed to save someone, I learned from that experience and became a better hero. When I made a mistake, I learned from it and became a wiser hero. And when I doubted myself, I learned to trust myself and became a more confident hero. But it's not just about learning from mistakes. It's also about being kind to yourself. You see, when we're perfectionists, we tend to be our own worst critics. We beat ourselves up over every little mistake, every minor setback. But that's not healthy. That's not how we grow. We need to learn to be kind to ourselves, to be compassionate, to be understanding. And that's where self-compassion comes in. Self-compassion is the practice of treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding that you would offer to a good friend. It's about recognizing that you're human, that you're going to make mistakes, and that it's okay. It's about being gentle with yourself, rather than beating yourself up over every little thing. Now, I know this might sound like a simple concept, but trust me, it's not. It takes practice, it takes patience, and it takes dedication. But the payoff is worth it. When you practice self-compassion, you begin to see yourself in a different light. You begin to see that you're not defined by your mistakes, but by your ability to learn from them. You begin to see that you're not a failure, but a work in progress. And that's where the concept of good enough comes in. You see, as perfectionists, we often have this idea that everything has to be perfect, that everything has to be just so. But the truth is, sometimes good enough is, well, good enough. Sometimes it's okay to settle for something that's not perfect, but that's still good. Sometimes it's okay to say, you know what? This is good enough and I'm moving on. Now, I'm not saying that's always easy. I'm not saying that I don't still struggle with perfectionism from time to time. But what I am saying is that it's worth it. It's worth it to let go of the need for perfection, to let go of the fear of failure, and to just be yourself with all your flaws and imperfections. As I look back on my journey, I realize that my greatest accomplishment is not saving Gotham, but saving myself. Saving myself from the weight of perfectionism, from the fear of failure, and from the pressure to be perfect. And I want to help you do the same. You see, my young friend, you are not alone in this struggle. You are not alone in your fears, your doubts, and your imperfections. You are part of a community of people who are struggling just like you. And together, we can overcome this. Together, we can learn to be kind to ourselves, to be compassionate, and to be understanding. So, I want to leave you with a challenge today. I want to challenge you to let go of the need for perfection. I want to challenge you to be kind to yourself, to be compassionate, and to be understanding. I want to challenge you to see that you're not defined by your mistakes, but by your ability to learn from them. And I want to challenge you to remember that it's okay to not be perfect. And if you feel this talk helpful, don't forget like and subscribe. And if you want to be a more grateful person, you can donate on the Patreon account. Link on description. See you soon, friend.